Now this keeps coming out to also for Capricorn, okay? So I'm going to look at it as just energy towards the end of the week. What I'm sensing is with the Five of Swords in the upright position, sword energy is very much an Aquarian energy. So this is definitely a situation in which there is a very swift defeat, and you're the victor in the situation, so there's nothing to worry about. However, it's a double-edged sword in that you're um, you're basically winning a situation and the other side is completely decimated. So I wouldn't say, you know, it's the thing about this card is it's showing you the aftermath of the situation. It doesn't tell you, you know, how you got to that point. However, the other team is destroyed, so you're benefiting just by them losing. So it could also be a very bittersweet type of victory, okay, in which you don't want them to suffer, but at the same time you feel that you need to win this. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. So like I said, it doesn't show you, you know, the course of the battle. It only tells you the aftermath, and the aftermath is that you've definitely won. You've definitely reclaimed your spoils of war. You've reclaimed your territory, which is a great thing to have as a crowning energy, okay? So the only advice I would give with this card is if you've won the situation, okay, don't gloat. Don't gloat, and don't I guess don't like rub it in other people's faces, because you can create enemies that way, okay? So I feel like in March, this is really wonderful for you, especially the first part of the month. And there is definitely a revival in strength, in prowess, and especially in it's also like indicative of success too, okay? So you're actually going to have the first part of the month, things are going amazingly well. Okay, so with the strength card coming up like this, and then with the 10 of wands in the reverse position, these are very good cards. You're going to feel very successful, happy, content, revitalized, and physically your well-being is just, you know, really great. And on top of that, what I'm sensing is there is a either leaving, you know, a situation behind, or it's basically finding new ways to approach old problems so that you're not burdened by them, okay? So these two cards next to each other, usually with the 10 of wands in the reverse position, I would read it as lightening your load, and it's in a significant way in which you're not weighed down by, you know, baggage from the past. And I feel that this could potentially be a love situation as well. You're letting that go, and you know, it's kind of this situation where you start with a clean slate almost, which is really nice energy, and is corroborated by this death card, okay? And additionally, I feel that, you know, with this victory card, or the swift victory coming in this situation, you've overcome it, you've moved on, and you're in a much better place. So coming in next to the death card in the reverse position is the Two of Swords, which is basically decision time, okay? So I believe it was, yeah, the February tarot reading for Aquarius indicates a period of healing, okay? Healing your heart and healing your soul, and also it's a period of recovering your self-esteem, your self-worth, and claiming your own getting like it's a boost of self-esteem for sure, but it's also a situation in which you're reclaiming your voice, okay? So you're reclaiming your territory, and you're establishing your needs, your values, what you expect out of relationships, all types of relationships, not just love. So it's putting yourself out there as well. And in this situation, you know, also with the Lovers card, it's great energy coming in for you. So leaving past baggage behind, being decisive, knowing how you want to proceed from this, and just, you know, having all that confidence in yourself, okay? I do feel though, with the Empress card in the reverse position and the strength is, showing up front, upright, and also coming in, first card in the spread. What I'm sensing is this, okay? So you have to continue to cultivate your sense of self-esteem, your sense of beauty, your sense of self-worth, okay? Because I do feel like in the process of getting out there and getting involved in situations and learning to play nice, and also working in a partnership with another person in every sense of the word, I feel that a lot of you feel that this is just what I'm sensing, and it might not apply to all, but a lot of you are not comfortable. I feel like, yeah, with the Empress in the reverse position, a lot of you are not comfortable completely about, entering new relationships or new partnerships because you feel that you have to relinquish control. Okay, that's what I'm sensing pretty strongly. So I would just say that with every relationship in our lives, it could be like a work partnership, any type of relationship. It teaches you a lot more about yourself, okay? And it's going to stretch your feelings. It's going to stretch your capabilities to the limit. So think of it as a learning opportunity. So don't shy away from it, and especially embrace the situation for what it is. And especially, you're going to learn so much about yourself, so much about your capabilities and your potential in the process. So don't shy away from it, okay? Embrace it fully. And if it's a fear of yours, if something comes up and you feel that, it makes you a little anxious, it's basically pushing you out of your comfort zone. So approach this situation in the spirit of learning, okay? And I feel that if it's a newfound love situation, it could be very, very beneficial for you long term, okay? Because we are all here to learn lessons, all right? So embrace this in a very open-minded way. I would advise you though, we do have the Emperor card in the reverse position and the Justice card as well. If I were to read this as the major arcana cards, I would say you possibly can be involved in somebody who might have emotional baggage, or who might have recently gotten out of a legal situation, or possibly a divorce, okay? This could be somebody who's also going through a separation in the present time while you're meeting them. So, I mean, use your best judgment, okay? A lot of people could lie about their their relationship status as well, so I would advise you against it. And additionally, if you are dealing with an Aries and a Libra from your past, I would definitely say, new energy is coming in, so don't get back with the people from the past. Just because this card itself, it's a really nice energy, and it's definitely there for you to meet new people. So don't let old baggage from the past affect your current situation. And I don't feel that these energies are coming in from the past, but it could potentially cycle in for you guys. So with the Emperor in the reverse position too, like I mentioned a lot and the Justice card. So this deals with control, and this deals with compromise, okay? So there's going to be that dichotomy between, knowing when to compromise, knowing when to relinquish control in situations, especially in a partnership, in a friendship, in relationships, okay? So in the process of working with other people, I feel that you're going to have to balance these aspects of yourself. Like, knowing when to give advice and knowing when to hold back. That would work as well. Or in general, it's a situation in which you just have to work with another person to achieve a common goal. All right, so this energy is coming in very, very strongly. So I feel though, with the Justice card underneath the Two of Wands, what I'm sensing is you're actually going to take this route, okay? So your old habit of, wanting to control everything is actually going to be left behind, which is a great thing to do. And I know that, yeah, a lot of Aquarius, what I'm sensing is, you are very controlling as well, especially when it comes to relationships. And it's not in a bad way. What I would say is it's more knowing, like wanting to know the certainty, wanting to know like the nitty gritty details, like such as, you know, you do rationalize and you do tend to think like, okay, what is the probability that this relationship would last past, I don't know, 3 months, 3 years, you know? So you have that in mind, and when you come into new relationships or new situations with other people, you play out those probabilities in your head and you try to gauge, you know, like success rates. And I would say, you know, it's fine to do that. I think it's totally fine. You're being very rational. But at the same time, you have to also relinquish control and give yourself fully to this experience, okay? Because we are all dealing with different people. So it's best to really let go of your rationality, not completely, but, you know, kind of relinquish control in that aspect and embrace the experience and let it live out fully. So what I would say is, don't fall into the trap where you put the relationship either on a pedestal or you calculate the probability of it failing, and then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so I hope this resonates with some of you. So in general, you know, like I do feel very strongly though, this new partnership or work situation or whatever is going to be very beneficial for you, because your old habits when it comes to working with others, when it comes to like compromising and things like that, are definitely being left behind. For those of you who are still on the verge of, you know, talking to an ex, or, you know, thinking about an ex or something like that, I strongly feel that in March, that relationship or that situation is going to fade away and you're opening yourself up to new energy, okay? So, which is a great thing to do. And then I just feel that a lot of you too are choosing to actually compromise. It's going to be really difficult and it's going to be really, really testing for you. But I do feel that you're coming on top over this situation. And as well, it's important for you to be discerning about how you want to who you want to compromise with, and, you know, assess their worth before you you choose to, I guess, proceed with new relationships. Okay, and I forgot, these are coming up in the reverse position. I'm going to pull out, let's see. Okay, so advice here, okay? You have to let things go from the past, and this could be past people from your life. And I would definitely say, you know, with that Saturn conjunction last year, the people that are still around are meant to be there, and the ones that have already gone from your life, like for the past few months, they're not meant to be. So this is, you know, soulmate card in the reverse position. The relationships and the friendships or whatever it is have already run their course. So you have to let them go, okay? We have new energy coming in. But we do see you clinging on to the past for security. And also, there's this really strong energy of like trying to rationalize this situation. Like, if I had done A, B, and C differently, how would the relationship, you know, pan out? So don't do that. Don't second guess yourself. I would feel really strongly, you know, just don't do that. They ended for a reason, okay? And you move forward and you create new memories for yourself, because I feel that in general, the memories from the past have not been that great. So I would advise you, you know, like, there's no reason why you want to go back to it. So don't even think about it. Just move on with your life, because new energy is coming in and it's going to be a really, really good month.